because you're
all
not an
Christmas.
athlete though. You just bought that shit with the intention of using it, but you just probably never have. And that's completely different to what I'm talking about.
Sorry.
But on the subject of gifts, I've got this gift that I want to give to my girlfriend, but I just don't know how to wrap it. And put it under the tree. It's because it's just such an oddly shaped gift.
Just put a little bow tie around it at the top, and when you take your towel off.
No, it's not that. I was just thinking, like, how would you wrap like a half week rent? Like, if you were gonna do it,
What are you?
like, how would you wrap it up?
What?
Like a half week's rent.
Half a week of her rent.
Yeah, half a week of her rent.
You're going to give her half a week's rent.
One half of a week. Yeah.
What are you paying? What for?
Well, just like as a present, because I wanted to give her something that was actually, worthwhile, rather than just buy, like I said, like a fucking coffee mug or a boogie board or something like that, which are great gifts. But I just thought I'd give her something practical that she could actually use, like a roof over her head for half a week.
And you've just stayed there for 3 days or so, and then you didn't give her some cash.
Well, not really. I'm not using it as a motel. I'm just saying that I think it'd be a good gift to give, right? Like half a week's rent. Ideally, I'd like to give her a whole week's rent if I could, but financially, I'm not in that situation yet.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll see how the merch goes, but at the moment,
How do you wrap?
how would you wrap a half week rent? A voucher? Would it be a voucher? And if you do give a voucher, do you put it in an envelope or do you wrap it? Or do you put it in a box?
You're going to have to give her cold, hard cash.
Or just cash? Well, but then that's kind of
weird
like
after
what you
you've
do
just
with a whore. And
Yeah.
she's not a whore. She's a wonderful girl. So that's why I'm just
Well,
torn. I don't know how to gift her this beautiful gift of half a week of housing.
So how often are you staying at her house? Is it anything to do with staying at her house?
No, it's not because
No.
I feel guilty about staying at her house all the time.
No.
It's got nothing to do with that.
No.
It's mainly because I wanted to give her a practical gift because there's so much shit. Like this time of year is the worst time of year for people going out there and just buying absolute crap that eventually ends up in the landfill or worse, the ocean.
Yeah.
Just plastic
True.
shit. Just stuff that it does absolutely nothing. People just going out there and buying gifts for the sake of giving gifts. And if you want to give something, you've got to give something that means something to someone and something that is practical and useful. And that's why I wanted to gift my girlfriend a half week rent.
That's brilliant. I actually think it's brilliant. And I believe that you should do it in a brown, small envelope with cash in the envelope, because that is the kind of thing that you slide under the door. It says rent, landlord's here, dug, shoo, little brown MV, maybe have a window, maybe not have a window, maybe chuck a couple coins in, like make it, like if it's, say it's $150, make it say 145 in cold hard, and then, in notes, and then 5 in cold hard.
Yeah. Another thing that I just thought about then is how do I know if she's actually spending that on rent? Maybe I should just give it to her landlord.
Oh, yeah, go
direct
yeah.
to the landlord.
Yeah.
And give her a voucher saying, I've paid half your week.
Because
Rent.
she'll probably buy, things with it. Cash
Yeah, perfume and stuff, eh?
perfume,
Women, like, they get perfumes.
shoes,
Perfume and shoes and cardigans most
nail
of the
polish, cardigans, exactly.
time. Brunches. Fucking brunches. Do you know that's a thing? Brunch?
Togs.
Brunch. Have you heard of that?
Nah.
Well, I went and had brunch the
thought
other
it was-
day, and
I
I
thought-
refused to have brunch. I said, this is not brunch. This is either breakfast, lunch, dinner, or it's a snack, because there are only 3 meals of the day, right? And the rest of them are snacks. There's no such thing as brunch.
Your accent makes it sound like you're saying branch.
Branch.
Like on a tree. So you're talking about a
Well,
meal.
that's another problem I've had, is that there has been some feedback from viewers and listeners.
Hey,
and
we'll get to feedback shortly. It's on the list. Don't get
Is that-
distracted.
If I jump the gun here,
Yeah.
because we've got the agenda there, don't we,
Yeah.
of what's going on
What's
today.
going on? We've actually.
What was on the...
Yeah.
Where did that come from? Who makes...
I've added to it.
You've
I've done it.
you've done that,
I
haven't
think it's
you?
pretty obvious today. I've got the pens and the paper here, but
Yeah.
it does start with the WSL cluster. We haven't even gone there.
Oh, the WSL cluster.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think it was a cluster. I think, well, they cancelled the contest, the Pipeline Masters. Oh, sorry. Fucking, I got to get this right. Every time we say it, we have to say it properly to include the sponsors. The Billabong Pipeline Masters presented by Hydroflask. So we have to say the whole thing, all right?
Sure.
Yeah.
And
So,
okay, so when you say it, us,
Yeah.
here, you want us to use all those words.
we have to use them.
Okay.
Otherwise, we could be liable for
Sued.
some kind of
Sued.
legal action if we don't
Sued.
say the Billabong Pipeline Masters presented by Hydroflask.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. So we had the Billabong Pipeline Masters presented by Hydroflask, and then we had the Chicks one in Maui. I don't even know what the fuck that was called, because I honestly,
I don't think
I
it's
don't
pro.
really, I don't
it's
really
pro.
watch the women's surfing. Even
Yeah.
though I'm not to take anything away from the women's
No.
surfing, which is amazing,
No.
fantastic. But
And
I
it's really
just,
cool that they can paddle out there.
my hat. Well, I can't because of this, but I would take my hat off to the women because I just see
No, it's nice.
them.
Leave that on.
Yeah, I will leave that on. It's just empowering to see women do what men do as well, you know.
Yeah, I'm inspired.
And because we have come so far, like in the last 10 to 15 years with women surfing, that they can go out and they can surf the same breaks as men, or apart from
Well, different times.
pipeline, but
yeah.
at different times of day.
Yeah.
And different swell sizes.
Swell
but the
sizes,
thing is
yeah.
that they're out there surfing the same waves as the men do, apart from they don't surf the pipeline contest.
Yeah, just a
But
bit
we
smaller
won't
in
talk
that,
about that.
maybe.
Yeah. But
onshore winds.
when it's smaller, much smaller,
Yeah,
much
yeah.
smaller. But they're out there, they're surfing the same
Changes.
breaks. And but I personally I don't watch that other one because I've got other stuff in my life to do. So I'm just going to save my time and watch the men surfing at Pipeline.
Yep.
Because that's a more interesting surf comp to watch because it's more dangerous. There's a lot more at stake in that event.
Much more excitement. I get excited.
Yeah, because the waves are bigger and scarier, and the surfing is far better. Not taking anything away from the woman at all. I'd never do that. But the men, they surf much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. They do.
They
They
do.
do. Yeah.
Like if they're in the same competition, the girls probably would get kicked off tour.
Oh yes, no, they wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
But that's why we have that segregation.
Yeah.
Because we're not equal.
Put
Even
a
though we
fence
are
up.
equal.
We're
We are equal.
I'm equal.
Right? No, males and females were equal.
Equal.
But that's why we segregate though.
And don't mansplain this.
I'm not
'cause
mansplaining.
They get it.
For one, I
They
don't
get
know
it.
what mansplaining is.
I think they
But what
get it.
I'm saying is you have to segregate the genders because you've got the men, which are far superior at surfing than the woman. I hate to say it, but it's true. It's true. And not to take anything away from women surfing because they're fantastic
Well,
in their own
athletes,
right.
They're athletic.
They are. They're athletic. They obviously not as much as the men, but not to take anything away from the women because they are amazing athletes in their own right. Obviously not as athletic as men. But what I'm saying is, I don't watch them. I don't watch them because I find the men more entertaining. So I've got to.
It's good. It's good.
Do you
Yeah. So
reckon?
no. So
I can't get cancelled for this, can I?
no. Just make sure you make
Personal preference.
Put sponsors in. You'll be fine. That's where the danger is. The big people with the money. So make sure
Yeah.
that they're safe.
Yeah.
It's capitalism.
So
You can
anyway,
offend entire genders. Just don't offend one rich dude.
don't offend people with the money.
Yeah.
You can offend an
And
entire half of the
ha-
population
yeah.
of the world.
It's probably the better half,
Yeah.
if we're honest, at times.
But you're not going to offend people with money if you're offending women because most of the
They-
shot callers are dudes, really.
Wow.
Not
yeah.
not to offend any woman. Like I said, I just I don't want to offend any woman because I come from a place of
Love.
and happiness and goodwill towards all of God's beautiful genders.
Yeah. And we have mothers.
Yeah, I love
and they
my
worked
mum.
really hard
Yeah,
for us.
cleaning
And cooking
Cook.
and
Oh man, someone's gonna stab you for this.
right. But the WSL cluster, there is a major problem at the WSL. Billabong Pro surfed by the Hyperlight.
No, it's the Billabong Pipeline Masters presented by Hydro Flask.
Hydro soil.
It's a bottle, okay? So their main sponsor is Billabong, and then the secondary sponsor is a fucking metal bottle.
Oh, cool.
Okay, Hydro Flask. Have you heard it? It's a metal bottle. You put water in there, and it keeps it cold when you want cold water.
Better than plastic.
Wait. Okay,
Much better.
okay. So this is Billabong's. No, fucking. Okay, the Billabong Pipeline Masters presented by Hydro Flask. The Hydro Flask, right? It's this amazing piece of technology. So you can put water in there, cold water. It keeps it cold, right?
Yeah.
And then get this. You take hot water, and you put it in there, and it keeps it hot.
What about the cold water that was in there before? Does it turn that hot?
Nah. So.
So you put cold water in, it stayed
Yeah.
cold.
No, you
Then
put
hot water in, it would be warm.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you tip the cold water out, and then you put hot water in, and it will keep it hot.
New, refreshed.
It's
Gotcha.
fucking amazing. It's this brand new technology that they've just come out with, Hydro Flask,
I got
and they sponsor the Pipeline Masters.
So just like a metal bottle.
Yeah, it's a metal bottle. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They sell those at Kmart too.
Oh yeah. But this is Hydroflask, right?
So it's a water.
Yeah.
They're all.
And you can put cold water in there, and it keeps it cold.
Is it a flask, not a bottle?
No, it's a Hydroflask. Yeah.
I'm confused. Sounds like a metal bottle.
But anyway,
it's like a hip flask. Is it a hippie?
It's a hip flask. I think it's just
It's a hip flask. Does it keep vodka? If I want to sneak it
vodka's-
into a WSL event?
Vodka's going to stay the same.
Billabong Pro with hydrosol?
I'm pretty sure if you turn up with a Hydroflask full of whatever the fuck you want, no one's going to question it.
That's good to know.
So Billabong Pipeline Masters presented by Hydroflask. And what were we even talking about? Cluster. It's a cluster.
There's a cluster now. So they've got a major problem with COVID. Everyone's got it. The competitors have got it. It's a massive cluster.
It was a super spreader event.
Super spreading event.
Yeah. It was like a Trump rally. It was basically just another Trump rally.
Italio Ferrolito, how do you say him?
Italio Ferrolito, yeah, that's his name.
He got it.
Italio Ferrolito, apparently he was spreading it to everyone.
Yeah, he had it.
Don Johnson Florence
had a real bad batch.
He did. He got it bad. Apparently, Don Johnson Florence.
He got the itch. You could see it on him. Not many people you can see it on.
It's not that visual. But with Don Johnson Florence was oozing. It was oozing out of his pores.
You can fucking smell it. That was the thing. The bad ones, you smell it.
They could smell it
because it gets in the nasals.
They could smell it. The CEO of World Surf League.
Oh, he
got it. Eric Logan.
Logo, they called him.
It's Logo.
Yeah.
The logo. They call him the Logo.
Yeah.
Because eventionally his face will be the logo of the WSL.
Logo.
But no, apparently
the
he got
Pro
it.
Tour with hydrofoils.
The Hydroflask. It's Hydroflask. Sorry, Hydroflask. I'm trying to big up so you give you props. But Eric Logan, the CEO of WSL, that's way too many acronyms. First off, he needs to sort that out. If you're the CEO of WSL, you need to figure out your acronyms because you can't join two. That's like 6 letters. How can you abbreviate that? Anyway, he needs to shorten that, and he also needs to get rid of his
Get
COVID.
out of the way.
Yeah, CEO of WSL. Oh, that's fucking whatever. Regardless, that's too many acronyms.
WSL acronym.
Yeah, it's not a word.
Oh.
It's an acronym. World Surf League.
Oh, cool. Like the NBA.
Like the NBA, but way shitter.
Yeah. Nowhere near as sort of.
Nowhere near as good as the NBA. NBA is amazing. They've got LeBron James in there. But anyway, the WSL CEO, he contracted the virus, and it was quite good. I saw on the internet someone wrote
protection.
Someone wrote, yeah, that's what they have masks
PPE.
for. If you believe in masks.
Put them on.
But
PPE on.
Can you let me
Sorry.
fucking finish?
Yes.
See, I don't even know what I'm talking about because he just kept interrupting me.
Get excited.
Yeah, I know. You fucking just keep drinking that water.
Cluster.
Yeah, so there was a cluster and he got it, and then someone was just like, well, it doesn't really matter. He's not going to spread it to any of the surfers because none of the surfers hang out with him. Because apparently he's a stand-up paddleboarder. He's a real fucking nerd. No one actually likes him.
Oh, true. You
Yeah.
see that coming a mile
That was the point
away.
I was trying to get to, and it took me
Logo.
5 minutes to get there
Sorry.
because you kept interrupting me.
No, you drift off, and then I
didn't drift off.
I like the drift, and I'm not a very strong paddler, so I come with you.
I didn't even drift off. I was just trying to get to my point, and then it took way too long for me to get to my point. By the time I got to my point became pointless.
No, there was a point in
What
there.
what else is on the agenda?
The CEO of WSL
Okay, so we're talking about the
paddleboarder.
Pipe Masters.
Yeah.
No, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And then the other contest, the one that we didn't want to talk about because I haven't watched it because there's a women's one. Not to take anything away from the women's surf because I fucking love the women's surfing.
It's really good.
It's awesome, but I didn't watch it.
I didn't see it.
I watched the Billabong Pipeline Masters presented by Hydroflask instead of the other contest. But then that one got shut down. So we've got 2 contests at the moment. The Billabong Pipeline Masters presented by Hydroflask, and then the other women's one that I don't watch. And sorry, woman, I don't mean anything bad against you, but I don't watch that contest. That one got canned as well because of a shark attack.
Oh no.
Yeah, old Noah was right. Yeah.
Are they all right?
No.
What happened?
They died.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
apparently it
actually
was a
really
local.
sad.
Yeah, it
Rest in
was
peace.
actually. That's actually really
A
sad.
woman.
No, it was a guy.
a guy.
It wasn't a competitor.
It wasn't a competitor.
No, it wasn't a competitor. It was a guy who was surfing just down, I think, from the contest area.
The sharks are getting hungry.
They are getting hungry.
There's not enough food in the ocean, and they're getting hungry, and they're going to learn to eat us. And surfing's at risk.
They will. They've already started eating people.
They have. How many thousands of people must get eaten by a shark a year? I don't know. I don't know if there's
Um,
many stats on it.
I think
It's
last
mushy.
year,
Yeah.
it was 4,
4,000.
4,
40.
just four people,
400 people.
four people,
1, 2, 3, 4.
4, yeah, 4, which is that's way too many.
That is a lot.
That's way too many. So if you got 4 people a year,
I'm glad the
and
media let us know
was,
there was that many so strongly.
but if you look at it, that's come up from the previous year. The previous year, 2018, there were 3 people. So that's jumped up.
Oh, that's 25%.
Yeah, that's a 25%
33%.
increase.
Yeah.
So these sharks they're getting the taste for human blood, right? And we can see it in the
Wow.
stats. 3 in 2018, 4 last year.
Yeah.
That's going upwards. Like you
Yeah.
said, that's 25% more. So these sharks are getting a taste for human blood.
Yep.
And that's why I really appreciate what Australians do. Because they see the sharks as a problem and they're like, well, what can we do to find a solution to this problem? And obviously, you've got sharks, you've got people. People don't attack sharks.
No.
You know, we'd never do anything bad to sharks. So if you take a shark
never
attacks a
heard-
person.
Yeah,
And
don't
we
even eat
can't
them.
coexist peacefully because, like you said, there's a 25% increase in shark attacks, which means they're getting the taste of human blood. So we need to take one of these things out of the equation, which
That's
is
right.
obviously sharks.
Yeah. But the problem with that is that if you take the sharks out of the jungle, the lion out of the jungle, the whole thing falls apart. Pumbaa starts eating Timon. Scar's sleeping with Nala. Nah family.
Oh, is that a Lion King reference?
Yeah, in relation to sharks being king of the ocean,
Yeah.
and you take them out of the equation, you'll find that Dory's hanging out the back of Free Willy.
But that doesn't matter. What I'm saying is we need to protect our own species, right?
Yeah,
We
but
need
then
to
we'll
protect
eventually
people.
die when the sea gets wild.
What are you talking about?
Okay.
4 people.
I don't know.
4 people were killed dead last year by sharks.
Yeah, that's
So
too
you're
many.
just saying we should sacrifice people to the sea. Sacrifice.
No, I think we should do what the Americans are doing and what the Australians are doing and the Dubaians are doing and go to pools,
Wave pools.
wave pools. And the Japanese, I think, or maybe it's Korean. I'm not
They
sure.
do. They do. They've got one in South Korea.
South Korea.
So you're saying that we
We just
should move
give it
from the
back.
ocean
Yeah.
into fresh water, into
Yep.
freshwater pools.
Yep. You could do them in natural phenomena like rivers. You know, traditionally surfing, you saw those guys dig out the Nile and catch that wave there. I think it was the Nile, one with the alligators.
Mm.
And they surf. So just, solutions.
Okay, well, I guess we can look at that as a potential solution. But then if you look at the cost that is, how much is that going to cost to have a wave pool for the, I guess, 10 million or 20 million or so surfers on this planet? That we're going to need a lot of wave pools. Wouldn't you just think it's easier just to, like,
Kill the sharks.
eradicate an entire species that have been on this planet for millions and millions of years and are the apex predator that, contributes to a healthy ecosystem within the ocean? Wouldn't that just be easy to kill them?
Yeah. What do they taste like?
Shit.
Shit.
Yeah, they don't taste good at all. Too much mercury.
Have you seen a shark in the wild?
And they say you are what you eat.
Bang.
Sharks taste a little bit like human flesh as well.
Yeah, human flesh has got a sort of, it's like a bad pork.
It is off pork,
Off
apparently.
pork, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you seen a shark in the wild? Like when you're in there, the lineup?
No, I've never seen one. And that was another thing. Like, have you ever seen, because we've obviously had the Billabong Pipeline Masters presented by Hydroflask, that was canned because of COVID.
Yes.
And then the other contest was canned because of a shark.
Unrelated.
That killed someone. Completely unrelated, but I was just kind of thinking,
Did the shark, was he, no, they don't super spread, do they? They don't take COVID.
no.
They didn't take it from
they
there,
just
give
vicious.
it to that guy.
No, they just kill people. I gotta sneeze.
Those Hawaiian boys. Do you reckon you could catch a wave out pipeline?
Oh, God.
That.
Sorry.
No, you're COVID free, I reckon.
Did it smell like COVID?
No. But
No.
problem is, I shouldn't sniff it because that's how it travels. Up
You
your
know they
nose.
do have dogs now. They have sniffer dogs that can sniff out the vid. Your dog definitely can't. Your dog's fucking useless.
Oh, he's deaf and yeah.
So he's done absolutely nothing. He heard me sneeze,
Wolf.
and he didn't even have a sniff.
I'm getting him grossly overweight on
Oh,
purpose.
shit, he's come over now.
Holy
Hey, mate.
fuck, careful.
Sorry. I fucked him off. I got him all amped up. Thought something was going on. Hey, mate, there's nothing going on. I'm sorry about that. Do I think I could surf a wave at Pipeline?
Yeah. Do you take?
Yeah, I think I could dominate out there.
Yeah.
I think I could do a lot better than all those locals out there.
Yeah.
So those locals at Pipe are they're not that good. I reckon.
Those Hawaiian guys, you mean?
Yeah, all those Hawaiian guys. It's just they're kind of really overhyped. They're kind of. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that they're kooks because that's disrespectful, but
Yeah,
I'm definitely leaning towards that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because all they're doing is they just take off on a wave and they go straight. Anyone can do that.
Both. But take the drop. Take the massive drop on the suckiest, sort of biggest
Yeah.
wave there on a shallow reef.
But what do you really do?
From
You
deep water.
You're going straight, right? You're
Yeah.
going straight on
Make
a
it.
wave.
Yeah.
Who can't fucking do that? I used to teach people surfing, fucking German backpackers and shit. They can take off on a wave and go straight. And that's all those Hawaiian guys are doing at Pipeline.
Yeah, it's a bit embarrassing, when they've got that wave, what they could be doing with it.
Oh, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
And for me, I've always wanted to go and surf there because I know I would actually crush it at Pipeline.
Yeah.
Like I'd probably be the king dick dog out there.
You see many Hawaiians paddling out Raglan?
Nah. See, and that's the other thing. Like I don't see any of them coming and surfing Manu Bay when it's small.
No.
I bet none of them can even do like an air reverse on a 1 to 2 foot wave.
Yeah. Funny,
Yeah.
Surfing.
But then, over in Hawaii, and it's just like, oh, he's a fucking legend. He's such a good surfer. And it's like all the dude's doing is taking off and going straight.
Yeah.
It's a
got
joke,
his
I reckon.
learners.
And they get all these like cool photos and shit. So it's like, yeah, whatever. Anyone could get a photo. I know fucking German backpacker Hans and Lars. They could probably get the same thing. They can go straight on an 8 foot soft top. I don't see why they couldn't do the same thing at Pipeline. Doesn't even look that hard.
Doesn't
Nah.
And they get like this. What is that? That spray.
Yeah, so that's the spit. So when the wave breaks and it creates a lot of pressure inside the barrel,
Yeah.
and then all that foam and stuff that has to like shoot out. It has to go somewhere. So then
So it's not for effect that they're just somehow.
It's not for effect.
Oh.
You can get
You don't
fake
see that
spray.
many other places.
Nah, you can get fake spit
Yep.
when it's like really strong offshore.
Yeah,
And the
right.
offshore kind of creates like a bit of a faux spit.
Fake spitters.
But
Yeah.
But
the
usually
guys
when
claim
it's
it.
like quite a hollow round wave, it will create like a bit of a spit.
So it is
that comes
quite
out.
powerful, obviously.
It is, yeah, it kind of stings. It feels like being sandblasted or whatever. Well,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
what people have told me. It's never happened to me. I've never surfed waves big enough for that.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying if I went to surf pipe, I would fucking
No,
crush
that
it.
feels like, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so in short, yeah, I reckon I could get a wave out of pipe. I just have to sift through all the kooks out there and then get one. Yeah.
Well, I
And
guess.
there's a lot of localism there, I think, too.
Oh, God.
Yeah. People trying to protect their waves just so they can go fucking straight on them,
Yeah, and protect the reefs.
protecting the reefs.
Like
Yeah, I think it's just like that one.
careful
I don't
with
think
them.
pipe's much of a reef. I think
Oh,
it's
is it
just like a
rocks?
slabby rocks or something.
Okay, thanks, because I wouldn't know. I need to know that.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm trying to, chat on the Raglan Surfport podcast.
Yeah. But like I invite
just
any
homework.
Hawaiian, come to Raglan and let's really see what you've made of when you surf these 1 to 2 foot waves.
Any Hawaiian, easy.
Any of them. Let's see what you're
What
really
about a half
made of.
cast? Any half casts? Would you
What do
take
you
a
mean?
half cast Hawaiian?
Like someone who moved to Hawaii when they were
Yeah,
like 15.
like mum and dad, like maybe mum had an affair. So someone out of California or anywhere in the States, Michigan, flies on holiday. They go to Hawaii for the weekend. Mum, dad, kids, and they turn up, and the dad just has a quick little affair with a local mum, and they have a little baby.
And
And that
what
little
about
half
them?
cast grows up. Would you surf them? Well, you said Hawaiian. I was saying, would you surf against a half cast Hawaiian as well?
Well, I'm just talking
Opening the
like
door.
we're New Zealanders, right?
Yeah,
So Hawaiians
and half Hawaiians.
and full Hawaiians.
Yeah, is it full?
I'm just saying
full-
anyone who has lived in Hawaii for any amount
Oh.
of time.
Okay.
Come to New Zealand. Let's really see what you're made of.
Yeah.
Because it's all fucking real impressive going straight on a wave. Like who gives a shit?
Yeah.
Come to Raglan, try and do like 10 to 15 turns a wave.
Yeah.
Let's really see.
Just
what
maybe
you're fucking-
9, 8.
9, yeah. Let's
Yeah.
be realistic. Nine
Nine.
turns. But yeah, in short, yeah, I could definitely. I reckon I'd kill it in Hawaii. It's just a shame that I haven't been there yet.
And then COVID, which is obviously
COVID
surfing
stopped me.
there.
I had all intentions of going this year as well, but it was just going to be too difficult. Getting through customs and then having to come back home and quarantining for 2 weeks, and yeah. So hopefully next year I'll go.
I'd need a lot of towels.
and then I can show these Hawaiians really how to surf it properly.
Yeah, that's right.
Instead of going fucking straight, kooks.
Well, I hope that everyone gets well at the WSL cluster. That's just a personal message from us. I think we want to share that.
Oh
It's
yeah, we
Christmas,
should,
so
because
just
it is Christmas,
yeah.
and we do need to have our well wishes.
And-
I mean, I would love to send thoughts and prayers, but I haven't really been thinking about it that much, and I'm not
No.
religious
No.
whatsoever. So, whatever the more atheistic
way of doing it.
way of sending prayers,
I think just saying it as
saying
it is, like
acknowledging
acknowledging
it,
it
yeah.
is just in real life is just true, and then it happens.
Just the acknowledgement, because I've always wondered about that, because I do see a lot of people sending thoughts and prayers
The WSL
towards
cluster.
people ways, you know. But how do you send prayers to someone when you're not religious at all?
You don't.
You just
You just leave them to it.
yeah.
You just go, that person's dealing with a lot. Leave
Yep.
it. Yep. And if it's maybe as a friend, sometimes you can reach out, and that's not religious, but it is. You can make contact with other humans to check on people.
Oh, really see how they are.
Really, actually.
So
ask.
that's the alternative, is just sending thoughts and prayers, because like I find a lot of people that say sending thoughts and prayers, they leave it at that. You know, that's it, and then they'll move
Shut
on.
the door.
You know, they're like, all right, I've ticked that box. A family member of that person died. Thoughts and prayers. I guess it's an easy way to
just get away.
know.
Just actually be lazy about
yeah.
it. And
You don't have to go through all
not
the
actually
awkward.
do anything.
Yeah, you don't have to go through all the awkward moments of talking to someone while they're in a grieving process or
That's the
whatever
one
it
good
might be.
thing about religion, is that you can just really get rid of the stuff you feel bad about without actually paying any sort of justice there. So, like, for example, confession. You beat someone up on a Saturday night, then you go to confession on a Sunday morning, confess, do 10 Hail Marys and 1 Our Father who art in heaven, and you're done.
Slate cleaned.
So, that's a wonderful thing that you can do with religion, but I'm not religious, like yourself.
No, well, I'm not. But I mean, now that you put it that way, I'm kind of thinking it might
Being
help
a good
me.
option, eh?
It might help me feel better about being a fuckwit, being an asshole.
Yeah, confession. It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Get away with things.
I think we steer away from this now, because I find whenever I get into talking about religion, it never goes anywhere positive.
Good, because we do have to approach the feedback part.
Oh, the feedback.
Because it's to wrap things up here. We've covered half the agenda.
Did we have some feedback?
Yep.
There's usually a bit of feedback,
It's
isn't
just
there?
all about your accent, and you're quite hard to listen to.
Really?
Yeah. On your Raglan Surf Report videos.
Oh.
So it's in the videos that you make on the Instagram and the Facebook.
So this was negative? Was this negative feedback?
It's negative feedback, yeah.
It wasn't just an observation by someone just like, he's got an accent?
No, it was more like you're quite hard to listen to. I don't have the messages exactly, but if you go and search the Jack Links, sponsored Raglan Surf Report videos,
Okay.
beautiful beef jerky they do.
Oh, it's absolutely delicious. I eat it whenever I can.
Yeah, they're in there, and they just sort of say that you're hard to listen to.
Is it hard, like, I mean, did they elaborate on that? Was it hard, like, painful, or was it just hard to understand?
I think it was hard to understand.
Hard to understand,
Yeah.
yeah. I've had that a lot. And I have tried to change my accent.
Yours is quite harsh.
It is, it is a bit
You have
harsh.
a strong version of it.
A strong version of my accent.
You're the blue cheese
Yeah.
of Kiwi accents,
Yeah, I'm a little bit rough on
Some
the palate.
yeah.
Yeah, a little bit hard to digest my
Real old
accent.
one.
Yeah. And
Anyway.
it's not my vocabulary, is it? It's,
No, your words are...
my words are okay?
Yeah, I think so.
No
I don't...
no complaints about my language, my words.
you swear a lot.
Swearing.
Swearing.
Yeah, that's true.
That's okay, though.
But the accent is something I need to
just think
sharpen
about.
up.
Just think about.
What did they
I
say? What
guess.
they wanted?
I don't know. It's not my feedback. I quite like this taste of blue cheese.
Yeah. Because I've thought about that. I've thought about trying to, because we've got an international audience, right? And I've thought about trying to cater it.
Multicultural.
Yeah, I've thought about trying to cater my accent to all the different
Consumers.
nationalities.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Right, and but it was quite difficult, because I was just like, how am I going to appeal to an Australian, a Canadian, a South African, a Senegalese, and like someone from
Norfolk
Southeast Thailand.
Thailand.
Or Norfolk Island.
Yeah.
I was like, how am I going to am I going to do different sentences in each
Russian,
dialect or accent,
it's tough.
or do I just create
Subtitles?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Nah, it's just too difficult. So I mean, I guess I'll
You could
It's
approach
something I
this.
do need to think about.
Yeah. Yeah, just maybe have a go at a few different things. Maybe, I guess it's probably about just trial and error, man.
Trial and error.
Yep.
So just dabbling into different accents.
Just keep talking,
Yeah.
using your mouth, listening to your feedback, and just having showers and brushing your teeth and wearing sunblock.
Okay, that's off topic. So, but do you think I change it just solely for the audience, or should I just change it in general? Just change myself.
Yeah, change yourself
Change
to
myself.
suit the crowd.
Yeah.
Don't
Because
be
I'm always
authentic.
doing that. Like I always take the commentary on board, and I
Yeah.
try and better myself, even if I don't want to, or if it doesn't benefit me in
Sell your
any way
soul.
whatsoever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck,
because I'm always
absolutely.
looking out for those people on the internet that I don't know at all, and I want to listen to their commentary and take it on board and just really change everything I'm doing
Yeah.
just to please like one individual.
Good.
And I think that's what we all need to be doing, and that's why we have social media.
Yeah.
As a way for us to make changes to our lives, to just completely change ourselves.
Let each other
if-
know what
if
you
we
don't
don't-
like about them.
Yes. Yeah, let someone, if you see someone on the internet and you don't like, for instance, the look
Their
of their face,
face,
tell them to change it.
Clothes.
You know, tell them to change it. Otherwise, how else are they going to know? And that's why we need to, and that's why I feel social media is such a good, positive thing, is because we can put ourselves out there, and
Change the
even if
world.
we don't ask for it, we can still get people telling us how to change our
Yeah.
lives, how to look.
How to live.
Yeah, and otherwise we wouldn't even know it unless we had social media. So to everyone out there who's listening, just get on there.
Yep.
And if you don't like someone's face or their religion, how they look, how they come across, tell them that. Tell
Yeah.
them that, you know, because I'm sure they'll really appreciate
I think
it.
it's got a term. It's like cyber socialism. I think.
Cyber socialism. Yeah.
And just be active in that scene.
Yeah. If you don't like something,
Let them know online.
let them know. Force them to change,
Mm.
because they will be better off.
Do
You know,
very
with
little
that.
face to face though. Just don't like in general.
No,
just
that's awkward. That's
general,
awkward. Have
yeah.
you ever been face to face when someone said, "Hey, look, I don't fucking you're a piece of shit. I don't like look
yeah,
the
what
look
have you
of
done
your
with
face."
your haircut?
It's
That's
just-
a terrible fringe.
It's just too awkward, because then you've got that
You see
two-way
You
thing.
see that it hurts their feelings.
Yeah, you can actually
Yeah,
see it. You can
yeah.
see their face drop, and
Yep.
yeah, and
So
you
I
can see
like-
their heart kind of break inside their chest.
Exactly.
And that's the beautiful thing about social media, is you don't have any of that awkwardness.
Nah, you can just tell them and help them.
And that's why I love it. I mean, personally, I don't get involved in any of that, but I fucking love it when
Oh, but
people
you-
tell me
Yeah.
what to do.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure you will. If you see something you don't like, I'm sure you will. You know, it's just the times they cut. You know.
Well, I
the reason
haven't.
you
I
have-
haven't yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like I
Neither,
definitely
actually.
consider it.
Yeah.
I definitely consider it. Was there anything else we had on the agenda? There was no questions. We didn't have any questions come in this week.
No, someone did ask: is vegetarian? Are you born a
Are
vegetarian?
you
or is
born
it
a vegetarian?
or is it a choice?
Well, I'm not sure, because we've talked about this before. I was born as a gout-free person, right?
True.
So I didn't have gout at birth. But then, you know, when I turned like 30, 31, I was struck with gout.
You became gouted.
I became a gout-riddled person.
Yeah.
And I think it may be similar with vegetarianism and,
like
and veganism.
early onset vegetarianism,
Yeah.
late onset vegetarianism,
Late onset.
veganism.
Yeah, I don't think necessarily you're born with it, but I think it eventually kicks in at some point where your body just starts to reject delicious food. You know? And it's
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't looked too much into it, but I assume it's similar. It's similar to gout,
So we
or
got
another kind of disease that comes on later in life. I don't think you're born with it though.
Okay. So I just want to make sure that I respect it, like I do with people's genders and sexualities and choices, because I don't really know about that world. And
What, being
it was
inclusive of differences?
Yeah, and vegetarianisms, vegetarianists.
Yes.
I just want to. I think it was a good question. I guess is what I'm trying to get to.
Oh, I think it's a great question.
Yeah.
Who sent that one in?
Doesn't say. It just says Billy.
Oh, Billy. Okay.
Yeah. So I
Could
don't
be
know.
anyone.
Could be anyone. Yeah.
Mm. But no, yeah, I don't think it is something that you're born with, like dwarfism or something like that.
Dwarfism.
Because that one's clear cut. You can see a dwarf because
Yeah.
they're small,
Yeah.
straight out the womb. But with a
Yeah.
vegetarian or a vegan, you can't tell. You don't know. Like, so you could have a child, you could give birth to a child, and they come out just, limbs
Looking normal.
limbs looking good,
Yeah.
just face, everything in
Proportionate.
proportion.
Yep.
20 years down the track, fuck, you might find out they're a vegan or something.
They're a vegan.
And there's nothing that you can do about it because they don't have tests in the womb for that.
No.
And
Like they scan, tell you whether it's a girl, boy, or a hermaphrodite. They can tell you that.
they can
too.
tell you that.
Hermaphrodite as well.
Yeah, but they
So
don't have the scan for a vegan,
Which is a
or
deeper scan,
vegetarian.
isn't it? Or I guess, or maybe it is a choice.
I don't think it is a choice
No,
because
it can't be.
it can't be. There's no way it can be a choice. I mean, meat's delicious.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fish, fucking chicken.
Chicken, beef,
Oh, beef, slow cooked pork, beef jerky, obviously.
jerky, Jack Link's beef
Yeah.
jerky.
That's not a choice. That's not a choice. You're born with that. That's genetic.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's the
There we
answer
go.
there.
So, Billy, we've answered that question. I think
Thanks
I'm
for
pretty
getting in
sure we
touch.
answered that quite well. So vegetarianism or veganism, you're born with it. Is that what it is? Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not a choice. You are born
You're
with it.
born with it.
Quite clearly, because I mean, why else would you decide to not eat, chicken buffalo wings?
Oh my god.
Oh my god! Wow.
I
There's
like,
a place in Grey Lynn that I go to every Friday, 50-cent wings. They got like habanero, they got buffalo wings,
Yeah.
honey soy. Fuck, they are delicious. So good.
Yeah, it's like a bar. It's like
Yeah.
a pub.
So every time that I eat there, I just think, how can you
Even
have
caged-
that as a choice? How can you have that as a lifestyle choice where you would not want to eat this delicious food?
Yeah.
It's genetic. It has to be. You're born with it.
You're born with it. Well, there you go. I think you've summed it up. Is there anything else you'd like to cover? It's not on the
I don't
agenda
think so. I mean, where are we at? It's almost Christmas, isn't it?
there. Yep. So you covered your present for your partner, your missus there. You rent half a week's rent.
Sorted out half week's
Envelope-
rent,
envelope cash.
paper envelope. No, it wasn't that. I was just going to go straight to the landlord.
Oh yeah, skip
and
her
then-
out.
Yeah, skip
Snip
her,
her out, let
and
her
then just
know.
a voucher. Just say,
Just
look,
let
I've
her
paid
know.
half your week's rent.
Just take a screenshot of your account paying him.
yeah,
that
direct
that
transfer.
process. Yeah.
I could just screenshot it and
Just
just
show
send
her
that.
and just in the statement.
Yeah,
Just write like half her.
yeah. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Perfect. No, that'll do. There was something else I want to say. New merchandise. I've got some this week. Hopefully,
that's
I
been,
ran out.
That's been hot.
It's been hot. It's the latest.
Weather's hot.
Yeah, the weather's hot. That merch is it's selling like hotcakes, as they say, which I never really thought
Sorry,
like hotcakes or pancakes
Yeah.
was something that was really
Excuse
something that
me.
would sell out like that. But no, that's all good. Yeah, hopefully by Friday we'll have some new stuff. Got this beautiful royal. That's not royal blue,
Got this.
but it's just like this, but a different colour.
You've got
and
this lavender pink coming out.
no lavender. No lavender.
This one's gonna look good. You
Yeah,
put-
might.
Oh,
So yeah,
sorry.
hopefully I'll have some before Christmas. If you're in New Zealand, I might be able to get it to you before Christmas. If you're not in New Zealand, then you unfortunately going to have to wait a bit longer. But the wait just means you're going to be more excited by the time it turns up on your doorstep.
Or move here. There's still actually quite a lot of room.
Or move here. 2 weeks.
2 weeks
quarantine.
ACOM quarantines, about 3.5k New Zealand, which anywhere else in the world's like grand.
Yep.
So
Just come over here, just pop on over.
Just bowl on up.
Yep. But apart from that, hopefully
Don't bring your vid. Get a wipe down.
this will probably be the last podcast.
Merry Christmas.
So Merry Christmas, everyone, and I might do like a Christmas special. You probably won't be around, so
I'm not really
people won't have to put
home.
up with the pain of listening to your voice, just mine. Maybe even find a different guest,
Yeah,
find
good.
a guest
Please
or something.
Do. Yep.
So if anyone has any ideas who they want to listen to as a guest, just let me know. And like, comment, subscribe. I don't even know what that means, but apparently people on YouTube say that, and that's where this video is. And once again, if you've made it to the end of this, thank you for listening, and thank you for being here with us. And also, I'd just like to say a shout out to female surfers that were over in that contest in Honolulu. You are fantastic athletes. I don't want to take anything away from you. It's just I would far prefer watching the Billabong Pipeline Masters presented by Hydrolink or Flask, or the bottle with the cold bottle and hot. You can put tea in it.
It's a hip flask.
Yeah, it's a hip flask.